Hello, everybody. Dan Anderson here with Kingdom Way with today's post to incite and outfit your kingdom leadership. So, we have been looking at in the series of posts 10 marks of what it takes to be a faith driven entrepreneur in the workplace, what it takes to lead a company for Christ. So glad you joined us because I'm sharing with you, wrapping up this series, the 10th mark of being a kingdom leader, right where God has placed you. And it's simply this, the golden rule. We all know it, right? Follow the golden rule. In this series, we've been talking about the amazing teaching of Jesus. If we could just wrap our minds around it in the Sermon on the Mount in Matthew chapter 5 through 7. So I'm going to pick up to the next stage where we left off last time and sharing with you this last principle comes from Matthew chapter 7, verse 12, which says this: "So in everything do to others what you would have them to do to you. For this sums up the law and the prophets. Love God with all your heart, soul, and mind, and love others yourself. So serve them, seek to serve them just as you would want them to serve you." What does that look like? This really means, friends, loving others well, as entrepreneurs, as business owners, as CEOs, as ministers in the marketplace. How do we do that? Well, practically speaking, I think there's a lot of assessments. We're doing an Enneagram workshop coming up in a couple weeks. Check it out on our website if you're interested. KingdomWayMinistries.net. You'll see it there on August 11th. When you understand people's personalities, coping mechanisms like the Enneagram or spiritual gifts, I've done a lot of these types of things with the people I'm coaching and with teams. It just really helps everyone on the team understand each other better, their gifts, their strengths, their personalities, their weaknesses, and that greatly helps in knowing how to really love one another well. And another thought is here, how do we do that? How do we, the golden rule, love others as we want to be loved? Well, a few years ago, my pastor taught on this, and I loved what he had to say. He called it, well, there's a little bit another rule he added to this and said the platinum rule, that we should love others not just in the way we want to be loved, but in the way that they want to be loved. There's a big difference. Years ago, I put together top 10 things of what people I've discerned over the years like to receive in terms of affirmations and love. And it's kind of a love language, if you're familiar with that concept, tool. And if you're interested, reach out to me. I would be glad to share it with you. But I gave it to my team, and we went through and I said, rate your top 2 or 3 of the ways you most feel affirmed and loved when you receive this from me. And man, I tell you what, I was so glad I did that, because there was one person I'd brought on the team I had hired, and I was meeting with every single week for about 3 to 4 months, and I was thinking about moving that weekly meeting to a monthly meeting. And I gave them and the rest of the team this tool, and his number one love language, if you will, or affirmation love, motivational language, was time with me, being mentored. And I tell you what, I was so glad that God revealed that to me. So I said, okay, what does the golden rule look like here? The platinum rule, loving that person in the way he most appreciates. It meant for me keeping that weekly time. And my friends, you know, I got some friends, business owners here locally in northern Colorado that are doing an amazing job at this. And even, you know, one builder, Jamie Bessler, give a shout out to Jamie, he's doing incredible things. Bessler Homes has integrated this relational style of leadership where every single direct report has a one-on-one time with their overseeing person in their department or group, and every week the agenda is up to them to determine for their overseer, for their manager. So it's not based on performance. It's just whatever that person wants to talk about, whatever that person wants to do. Maybe it's going out for coffee, going down to the range and then shooting a bucket of balls as they chat, talking about family, talking about whatever. Another great way to implement that golden rule, wouldn't you love that if you, in the workplace, if you were an employer or employee rather, or an employer? So what is a way that you can show the love of Christ tangibly in your organization? We should always be thinking about that. One of the questions I ask myself, whether it's a conflict situation, whether it's a planning strategy session, whatever it is, I ask myself sometimes, what does love require of me in this situation? That gives me direction on so many things. What does love require me? 1 Corinthians 13 says, we can have faith, we can have hope, but without love, all those things, great business strategies, great employee tactics, marketing strategies, great products and services, we could have all those things, but if we don't have love, we have nothing. It's like a clanging cymbal, Scripture says. So what are some of the ways that you seek to love people in your workplace? I'd love to hear that. And share what is a language of affirmation or love that you like to receive, either at home or in the workplace. I'd love to hear that as well. Put your comments below. Check out the website under events tab, kingdomwayministries.net, for this Enneagram workshop, North Denver. You can bring your whole team. Not too late to sign up. Do it today. We'd love to see you there to help you with this. Don't forget, everyone, to seek to make Him famous as you make your work and your ministry one. Lord bless you. Have an amazing day.